Hey y'all, and welcome to Monter's Market, and welcome to my high-end shabby chic decor on a dime video. This has got to be one of my all-time favorites that I've ever made since I started my channel. This is going to be part of Try It Tuesday. Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs does this every last Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, I happen to be in Eastern Standard Time, so mine's always at 8. But this was my inspiration right here. It came from Pinterest, but when you click on it, it actually takes you over to Etsy. So you can find this set for $130 for these 3 pieces. Now, they're gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, but I would never ever pay $130 for this set. So let me show you how I did it for pennies on the dollar. I bought these little molds on Amazon. Now, these will be linked below in my description box, but look at how cute these are. They're very Victorian-ish. I want to say they're mostly like keyholes, and I don't know what those other things are called, but anyway, it's just, they're beautiful in my opinion. Very shabby chic, very cottage core, like there's a million names for farmhouse anymore. Now, this is probably the best stuff I have ever used. It was a huge block, and I only used like maybe 1.5 inches off of that for my molds. Now watch what I'm doing. I am pushing the clay down in there until I make sure that it's like completely full. All of those little nooks and crannies of that decorative edge is all, like packed in really good. I'm showing you this in real time so you can see that it doesn't take very long and how soft that stuff. It came that soft and it stayed that soft. Now, once I got it on there, I would take a sharp knife, slide it across like you see me doing now, just to give it an even bottom. Because what you see right now on the top will actually be the bottom. So I would just pat it down, set it to the side overnight and let it dry, and then take them out. Now, I did that 4 different times because I didn't want to have to go back later and make more. And it was just easier for me to keep going over a couple of days. But look at how beautiful. I am so in love with the way these turn out. Now, these are raw. I just pulled them out. I haven't cleaned them up or anything. So you see lots of, the little edges on there that need to be cleaned up. Is it not beautiful? But let me show you what I did with them. This is my first DIY. This is actually a box from the Dollar Tree. $1.25 for that box. I took plaster by Waverly. I am going to be using the plaster throughout the entire video. I painted the inside and the outside and the bottom of my boxes. Now, I only had to use 1 coat of this plaster paint to cover all of the boxes. So once I got the boxes painted, I set them aside and I let them dry, and I would go in my little stash of my little trinkets that I had made and pick one that I thought looked good for that particular box. So for this one, I picked sort of this round, it's a keyhole, but look how pretty it is. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just very ornamental. Then I took these little knobs. They're actually knobs for a drawer knob, but I bought them specifically to use for feet. I got them on Amazon. Again, they will be linked in my description box below if you're interested in any. I took antique wax, painted it on, wiped it off, and then took what was left over on my brush and distressed my box. Now, if you are not into the distressing, don't distress it. If you don't like it white, don't paint it white. Paint it whatever color you want to paint it. That's me just taking a clean baby wipe and taking a little bit of that off because I got too much on there. I added my feet, and that was literally all there was to making this box. Look how cute this turned out. I just stuck some flowers down in there, set it on a shelf, and was in love. I am just astonished that, like, literally I can make something like that. I have not figured up the feet but with the box being $1.25, I would say I have about $2, maybe $2.25 in this box right here. Now remember, that whole set was $130. Is that not gorgeous? Now this one, DIY number 2, I took the bottom of a box. Now that's the lid. I'm going to push that to the side, but I just wanted to show it to you. And I grabbed the bottom of the box and did the same thing. I took the plaster paint, painted it on. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I showing you this paint job when I literally just showed you a paint job? Well, I did that because I want you to see how well this plaster covers with one coat. And I also want more time to talk to you and show you about the video. If I cut all of the painting out, my video would probably be 4 minutes long. So here I am going back in, looking at different things, and look at that one, how gorgeous that is. Also look at it when I put it on there before it's distressed. I mean, it's just stunning. It is beautiful. So if you like that undistressed look, by all means, get you some feet and put them on there and go for it. Now, these came from Hobby Lobby. They're $4.99 a pack. There's 5 in the pack. And I always get everything from Hobby Lobby when it's half off. So you see me doing the same thing I did with the other feet. Painting on antique wax and then wiping back off the excess to bring out that gorgeous wood. After I do that, I put it on the bottom of my box and then take my paintbrush. Well, I did this opposite. Took my paintbrush and distressed it down. Now, this is funny if you've seen my video a couple of weeks ago. When I put my feet on, I realized that I forgot to stain the bottom of one of these feet. I do it every single time. I did go back and add that stain to the bottom of that foot, but look at how cute this turned out. And the same thing, I might have, let's see, $2.53, probably $3.50 in this whole box. Is it not beautiful? And it looks like wood to me. I'm not sure about you, but it looks like wood. I just took a couple of potted plants that I got from Dollar General and dropped them down in there to show them to you. But is that not gorgeous? Now, this is the smaller of those stackable boxes that you can get at the Dollar Tree, but it's still a pretty decent size. Again, I'm going to take the lid off and remove all my stickers and paint it. Now, that sticker was a little bit hard to remove, so I had to heat it up. But I'm just going to take my paint, go in and paint it, set it aside, let it dry, same that I've been doing. Go in my little trinket box and find me a beautiful little ornamental piece to put on it. Again, I'm going to show you the feet. Now, these feet that I'm going to be putting on this one, I just bought this huge order from Woodpecker Crafts. I am an affiliate of theirs, and I just got a big, huge order in. And these feet were part of it. They're little wooden mushrooms. And look at how cute they are. I bought these mushrooms specifically for feet, for the bottom of something. I never intended to use them as mushrooms, but when I seen them, I thought they would be so stinking cute for feet, for the bottom of a riser or a box, or, you know, like what I'm doing today. So same old, I go in with my antique wax, paint them, get it good and covered, then take my baby wipe and wipe off the excess, bringing out that gorgeous wood. If you've never used antique wax, oh my goodness, you've got to try it. It just brings out the wood grain in anything that you are making. It has to be real wood. This is me just finishing up this box, adding my little feet on. And this one, to me, I love the little ornamental piece that I put on the front of this one. I thought it was one of my most favorite of all four of, both of my, I'll get it straight in a minute, y'all. It was my favorite out of both molds. Whew. Lordy B, you would think I couldn't talk. But look at how cute those little feet turned out. And I just dropped a little plant down in there to show you the box. But I love it. I love the old antique feel, like you went in grandma's house and pulled it out, and just dirty, rustic. I love it. Now this is the top to DIY number 2. My original thought for this was to paint it and use it like you see it sitting right there as a tray. And I was going to put some beads on the bottom for feet and add leather handles. Now that would have been gorgeous, but I changed my mind and decided to flip it upside down and put feet under it. Now, these little things that I'm going to be using was also in my Woodpecker Crafts haul. But once I turn it over, that lip is about an inch long at its longest point, and my little feet weren't quite long enough. So what I had to do is get an extra little bead and glue to the tip end of it. And when I did, well, first I got to go in and put my little ornamental piece. Now look at this. I'm going to show you a few different ones. I love that round one right there. Isn't that pretty? But it was a little bit too plain for what I wanted. This was just a regular old little keyhole. Had it upside down, so I had to flip it. But now that's pretty. But I wanted something to cover more of the front. This was the one I wanted to put on there, but on the right-hand side, you can't really tell it, but a tiny little leaf got knocked off of it by me putting them all in this bowl, like this little tray. It just kind of roughed it up. But anyway, here's one that I found that was all together. Perfect. Perfect for the front of that. And so I glue it down and get ready for my feet. Now, let me get back to what I was telling you a minute ago. Squirrel. Y'all, I'm terrible. If you are here from the playlist for the first time, I'm horrible about getting sidetracked. Now, these little wood pieces right here on Woodpecker Craft are called Mom. M-O-N. Simply Mom. They're little people. But again, when I seen it, I knew it would be perfect for legs on something that I was going to make. But this is me adding the little bead to the end of it to make sure it was long enough so that you could really see the legs and it would lift it up off of the table. But look, it's cute. It almost looks like it was made to be on there. And I did the same thing. Went in with the antique wax, brushed it on, wiped it off, blah, blah, blah. Brought out that gorgeous wood and added those to the bottom of my tray for my feet. And I want you to know, you wouldn't think that teeny tiny little bead would have made enough difference to raise it up, but it was actually perfect. Now, I don't know what size bead that is. I have absolutely no idea. The bead came in the little packs from the Dollar Tree, but look at how pretty this turned out. Now, if I would have flipped it upside down, it would have been just as pretty, but I love the way this little table turned out. Look at it. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this little table. Heck, let me know what you think about the whole entire video. I am super excited about it, and I love the shabby chic look. I love that old, dirty, rustic look. So for me, it's just perfect, and it matches my decor in my home perfectly. This is my whole entire final reveal, my whole vignette, all come together. Now, I have 4 pieces. Etsy had 3 pieces for $130. When I figured this up, my feet, my clay, everything all together, I had $12.50 in all 4 of these pieces. Now, I don't know about you, but I would much rather pay $12.50 for this than I would $130 for that. Now, I'm not saying it's not beautiful, because it was beautiful enough that I wanted to recreate it. I'm not knocking that. And I'm not knocking anybody who wants to go on there and spend $130. But if you were decorating on a budget like I am, run up to the Dollar Tree, grab you some of these boxes, some paint, and go to town. Now, you don't have to put the little decorative feel on the front. You could omit that. You could put some stickers. Dollar Tree has stickers. Dollar Tree has rub-on transfers. There's a million things you can put on there. And you, again, can paint them any color you want to paint them. You could paint the legs any color you want to paint them. This is just what I happen to do because I was trying to recreate what I saw on Etsy and fell in love with, because that's the whole idea behind Try It Tuesday. You find something another creator has done, you recreate it, you give them credit. Always, always, if you are copying somebody, give them credit. Now, I know that as a creator, that's what we do. We make things for people to copy. So we can't really get mad when people copy them, right? Because that's what it's for. But when you go copying somebody and you don't give them credit for it, that's just raunchy. That's horrible. That's bad. That's all the bad things that you can say about somebody. It's just wrong. And if you're trying to build a channel on somebody else's things, then you're going to fail because it's stealing, in my opinion. But anyway, let me get off that soapbox. It happened to a very dear friend of mine, and it just makes me angry. But anyway, thank you for coming to my high-end shabby chic decor on a dime. If you're here for the first time from the playlist, my name is Brenda, but my grandbabies call me Monter's Market. If you're in the live premiere with me chatting, you know I love you. Thanks for always being here. I'm here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. As always, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Be blessed. Bye now.